this week, so it's like the
We
season opener episode.
yeah, we back into it.
Yeah, I got to watch y'all's live stream. Defense played well.
I thought so. I mean, I thought they responded well to some situations they were in that weren't ideal, but I mean, majority of the time they responded and got off the field, and I mean that's had what 3 turnovers first half. I mean, I can't complain with their performance. I was happy with them. Definitely still some stuff to fix. But it's week one, so
Yeah,
that's kind of expected. But it's a good group. They do a good job of bringing energy and. Sorry, I'm still on the sour skittles. Um, Bringing the energy and bending, not breaking, and I can live with that any day of the week.
yeah. I mean, week one, you're expecting like we talked about before scrimmages. Like scrimmage ought to be the worst tackling we've seen. So you're just progressively getting better. But I mean, I was watching you guys, and I mean, it was like 3-0 at the half, right? Something like that.
Yep.
So again, it's complementary. It's a complementary game, three-phase ball game. So you get everybody on the same page. I mean, I thought it was a good outing though. It was fun just to be able to watch it as a fan. I kind of had it pulled up on my phone because we were having internet problems. Um, but yeah, I mean, it was enjoyable when it wasn't having a buffer or whatever. I
Let me
forgot
tell you.
Pendleton. I forgot Pendleton's got a cool little stadium too. No track
Yeah.
around it. They got the hedges going, and they got a jumbotron. I saw.
Yeah. I
Man.
don't know if that's newer or they just renovated. They just built a new high school,
Oh,
and they're still at the regular Cunningham Stadium. I think is what it
yeah.
is. They're still there, but I guess the new scoreboard was part of that upgrade. But it's weird now because they bus from the school, or maybe that wasn't them. I don't know. It's weird now. I don't know if the locker room is still at the old high school or if it's back over towards the new high school. It looked like they were walking back towards a bus to get bused back to the high school after the game. But I mean, the new school building's incredible, but still the good old Cunningham Stadium for football. But it is
Yeah. It's
cool.
a
They got the hedges and kind of I don't want to say a Georgia look-alike, but it's the Bulldogs, so they got kind of
yeah.
that thing going. But it was good to get back out there. It was hot as all get out though.
It looked a little warm, man. And of course, I'm watching it on the. I was watching, I guess, their Huddle Focus live stream,
Yeah,
and those Huddle Focuses like just start panning in random spots,
yeah. It just started
randomly.
moving.
But my favorite part was the Huddle Focus. There's no announcers or anything, so you can just hear the crowd, and
Yeah,
I
you
could
just
just
hear somebody
hear.
yelling.
I heard like Johnny's dad several times throughout the game yelling this, that, and the other. But no, it was cool. It was nice to be able to just get to watch a game and kind of enjoy it, and then root for you. First game as a DC, and to see the guys doing pretty good. I mean, I don't know. It was a fun night at my house at least. I know it didn't work out well in the end for you guys, but just
Yeah, it was
know,
stressful. I'm gonna tell you
yeah,
that. It was a pregame. I'm sitting here like, I'm just like looking at my sheet, like, all right, we're here, we're here, we're here, we're good. And the scrimmage is. This isn't my first ever event or whatever calling it because we had scrimmages, jamborees, 707s, but I don't know that first game. I mean, the kids get it too. Those first game jitters. But all it took was one bad call by a ref, and I was back in my prime. I had to get one good
no,
shout out, and I'm ready to go. Like I'm gonna run through a
no,
brick wall. Oh, don't get me started.
it was bad.
Don't get me started. I've I've already sent probably 12 clips into the high school league. Just like, what are we doing, guys? Like, this is abysmal. And I know they got day jobs. I'm not. They got a
Yeah,
hard job.
and there's a ref shortage
Yeah,
too,
it's a
so
hard
it's
job, and probably nobody wants to do it. But if you're gonna do it right. And
yeah,
the high school league sends out these rules emphasis. Things they're gonna focus on this year. Those things happen, and we still don't call it. I'm like, all right, well, what are we doing?
yeah.
Like, did y'all go to the meeting? I went to the meeting. Like, I don't know about y'all, but anyway, that had nothing to do with the outcome of the game. It's just frustrating as a coach. But it is what it is. It comes with it.
A little bit of insult to injury, I
Yeah, I just
guess.
gotta get used to more
Uh,
used to it, I
we,
guess.
we got Robert joining in the chat here. I think I did get the stream to work on Facebook tonight, y'all. So, but Robert's jumping in the
There we
chat right
go.
here. Says, "Love your show. Guys, have you had any of your players make college slash professional? Anybody make it to the college or the pros? He says, thank you. Thank you for tuning in there, Robert. I can say, on the teams that I've been a part of, this is year 11 now. I don't know, I can do a quick count, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I can name at least half a dozen that went FBS that were on teams that I was a part of. And I've really thought about it. If we're talking about all levels of college football, it's probably yeah, well over a dozen, probably 20 players maybe, if we're just considering all levels of football. So professional ranks though, that's still one. I think I got. I think there's two or three that I think got a really good shot here in the next couple of years to make it to the league. But yeah, I don't want to put any pressure on them to be the first guys that I've coached to make it. But there's a couple that I got a really strong feeling about. I think one of them's already got a second round grade as is. He just has to do one more year of college and not screw the pooch on it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, it might be coming down the pipeline, Robert. Jack, anybody coming to mind for you?
It's year 4, 3, 4, 3 to 4 for me, somewhere in there. I can't remember how many years, but we've definitely had some college guys. We're talking. I think these were probably some Division two, maybe an FCS, Division one. No FBS since in the 4 years I've been there, none so far. Definitely no pro. That'd be kind of crazy if they made it to the pros already, but maybe 6-ish somewhere playing in college, somewhere around there, give or take.
Yeah, so don't quote us on it, Robert. Maybe we can have a better stat for you next time we get to record, and I can have a little more ironed out numbers. But Eddie's jumping in too. So, Jack, Eddie says, we had a tough loss Friday night. What's y'all's most important aspect of bouncing back the next week? So, obviously, we still got our first game coming this week, Eddie. Jack, they had a tough one this past Friday night. Defense played great, which got done talking about it. But, Jack, what's kind of those thoughts you have about bouncing back the next week?
So one thing I've been harping on since the spring for my defensive guys is, and they may not even realize it, they may think I'm just yelling, but it's next play, next play, next play. Something they in practice even, we get a, whatever, like somebody gets behind us, 20-yard pass, whatever. I look at the kids as they're jogging down, and I don't even let them think. I'm just like clapping, let's go, get lined up, next play, next play, next play. And that same thing I told them today, the same thing carries over to games, next game, next game. Like, you got to have the mind. What is it, Coach Sweeney that said the mind of a goldfish? Or is that just like a coachism? You got to have a short-term
I've never
memory.
heard that one, but that works.
Yeah, like you got to be able to, okay, that happened, boom, we got to move on. We still got to execute. And even in the later parts of our game Friday, when we're down and time's running out and you can kind of feel the game slipping away, I still had to tell my guys when we go out on defense, we play our game. I don't care what the scoreboard says. I don't care what any mamas, daddies, whoever has to say. We on the field, we doing our job, we playing our game. And that's what we focus on. And it's interesting because I saw a video, might have been Kobe Bryant.
I'll go back to bed with this one.
He
All right, night, buddy.
was asked if he was
Don't pull my shirt
basically
back.
what motivate. Oh, we got a visitor.
Yeah, we got a little surprise guest tonight.
The joys of being a father, right?
Hey, man, father of four.
Hey, you did that to yourself. So it was Kobe Bryant, I think, and they asked him if he hated to lose or loved to win. What was his primary motivation? And he said neither, because if I'm afraid to lose, then I'm so worried about failing or the fear of losing that game. Or if I love to win, then I'm so focused on the feeling of winning and being afraid to lose. Again, that fear gets in the way of the task at hand. And so he framed it as, I'm neither of those. I focus on the job at hand, the task at hand. And so I've told my kids, big play like that happens, you got to shift your focus. Boom. All right, well, here's the new formation. Where are we at? This is trips here. I know if he goes here, I'm there, that kind of thing. You just got to focus on what you can control your circle of influence, and you got to focus on the task at hand before you start worrying about fear of losing, the feeling of losing, all that kind of stuff. But I think Eddie corrected me. It was Ted Lasso. It said be a
Yeah, I see that
goldfish.
now in the chat. I've
So
never
that
watched
that
Ted
tracks.
Lasso.
I like the show. We watched, I
I've
think, the
heard it's
first
good.
season, second season too, I think. But then I kind of lost interest after that. I think he's coaching the women's team now on the current season.
I know it's like soccer, right? He's coaching soccer,
Yeah,
something like that.
he's a football
I
coach
guess.
from Kansas coaching soccer in England or something like that.
Okay.
But
Might be my next off-season watch, but
yeah, I mean next play,
yeah,
next play.
that's kind of yeah. When you're in game or you're in the thick of it, your next play mentality. I totally agree with you there. Steven in the chat says he tells his athletes to be a gnat and forget about it and move on. Yeah, you just got to flush it. I mean, offense, defense, it don't matter. Like bad things are going to happen. It's how you respond to it. You know, same thing. We're talking about high school kids, right? So you're trying to equate it to life too, and let them know bad stuff's gonna happen. I get home Friday. I'm trying to watch a game on the big screen. My internet's out. One of my kids had thrown their school shorts behind the couch, where we kind of got the router set up for the internet or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. We got it like in a little corner, and it landed like on the router. And I'm assuming they just tossed it, that they weren't aiming for it. Well, by the time I got home from our Friday film and weights, that thing was like overheated as all get out. Like, I thought the house was going to catch on fire. I'm just kidding. It wasn't that bad, but like this thing was hot. And so I didn't have internet, that's why we couldn't record, Saturday night or earlier than this. But yeah, it's how do you respond to that? You know what I mean? How you going to approach that next thing? If you lose a tough game, what we tell the kids is, that Friday night, that 24-hour period, whatever, like we're going to learn from it. Even the wins, you
Mm-hmm.
learn from the wins. You learn a lot more from the losses. But then once Saturday about noon rolls around and we've eaten our brotherhood brunch and we're sending them off for the weekend, we got to flip the script. We're on to the next game and whatever we need to do to go out there and try to win that thing. So I don't know. It's just all about how you respond and how quick you can flush the bad things and just work on solutions. I don't know. I forgot who even asked that. Eddie, right there. Thanks for the question. Steven's jumping in. He says, "Love the show, guys. Long time listener, first time catching the live. We appreciate you jumping in there, Steven. Again, guys, our text line, about to hop in the text line here. We got a couple from this past week. 469-726-9875. If you ever want to shoot us a message throughout the week, we'll make sure we get to it the next time. The next time we get around to recording. Eddie jumps in. He says, "I struggle with watching Friday's film too much." He was still watching clips 20 minutes ago. It's hard, especially like if it's like a gut wrenching loss. It is
Yeah.
hard. Like I'm still cutting on our third round playoff loss every now and then. Like I'll cut that on, and I'm just sitting there like, man, if this guy wasn't banged up, and we could have played this guy here, and if I didn't have the bright idea to suggest this to our DC on this particular play that this guy ended up house calling it on, like you just play all these what ifs, but it is tough. It's tough to let it go, but you kind of just have to hit that point where you're flushing it. But jumping in the text line here, we got our friend from the 682 back in the text line. He says, "Hello, coaches. It's your friend from the 682. That's Missouri, right? Or am I losing track? No, that might be the Fort Worth
Six.
area.
Yeah, I think it's DFW.
Yeah, I think you're right. It says, "Hope y'all are rocking and rolling through the second week of school and getting ready for the game week / scrimmage. Here's my controversial question of the week. Do you think Texas lawmakers should make school start after Labor Day? I see that it's been a trend with the temperature being at triple digits while at dismissal. Personally, I feel like starting school on August 10th or 11th is way too early. I'd rather see the school year start on the last Monday of August, give everyone a little more summer before jumping right back in the grind. What do y'all think? Start earlier or start after Labor Day?" So, Jack, it's been like 111 out here for like a week straight. I mean, it's hot as all get out. So, elementary kids getting out, they might be walking home. Like these conversations are starting to pop up about the heat. I'm all for whatever makes summer longer. If you told me that we got to start later, but then we get out after Memorial Day,
Mm-hmm.
I would say let me just go ahead and start earlier because I love summer starting before Memorial Day. Um, but it has been something that's been bounced around, starting school a little bit later. I think some secret conversations about why that might be a good idea is these electric bills running this AC in these
Yeah.
schools so much in August, and the ACs are having a hard time keeping up with it. Our coach's office, the old coach's office that we have, it's going through some AC trouble right now. So I've kind of migrated to my new desk in the newer office, so I can get cooled off a little bit. But I don't know. What's your thoughts on it, Jack?
Well, I mean, you're asking somebody in South Carolina who starts on August 1st, or that.
Oh yeah, I forget y'all started a whole like 2 weeks
But
earlier than us.
then my wife is from Massachusetts. Her sister is a teacher in Massachusetts, and they don't start until it might be Labor Day. But then they don't get out until
Yeah,
like
that's
June,
yeah, that's my
mid
thing.
June, late June. I'm like, and up there it might make sense because their summer, like where it's actually summer temperatures, might be a little later in the year than it is here. And I don't know, man. I've always just thought make summer break the best months to go to the beach weather. And like I feel like that's where it is everywhere you go. But for
Yeah,
y'all, 111 is ridiculous. That's
dude,
kind of
it's
insane.
melting out here.
But like I'm
It's
also not against year-round school, and I think if people really understood what that would mean as far as breaks and how those would work, I think more people would be okay with it.
so I saw somebody float that idea where school should be like 2 months on, 1 month off, and you just do that year round.
Mm-mm,
Is that what you're
nah.
what are you
A month
thinking?
off is insane.
What are you thinking for?
I'm thinking like I couldn't even tell you right now, but I'm thinking like the breaks you would get. It's more similar to how y'all run it because y'all have more breaks.
Yeah, we
Your
got a lot of
breaks are
breaks.
longer throughout the year. But even so, like Thanksgiving, you would get 2 weeks off or whatever. Maybe Christmas, instead of 2 week break, you get a full month off. I don't know, just stuff like that. You just expand the breaks throughout the whole year. But then you have to worry about parents who are still working,
Yeah.
don't have anywhere for their kids to go. Not everybody wants their kids home alone, that kind of stuff. But I don't know. I'm not opposed
Um,
to it.
yeah, I mean, I kind of like our school day's really long, and they added 5 more minutes to it this year. So it was already a long school day. They added 5 extra minutes because apparently that gives us now 2 extra days off throughout the year. But we already had a pretty solid setup. Like at the end of every quarter, we get at least a week off. So
Yeah.
like first quarter, then you get a week for fall break. Then you get second quarter, you get a week for Thanksgiving. You get the 2 weeks for Christmas when the quarter actually ends. That long stretch of Q3, then we get the week off in like early March.
So I
Then
think
we,
that's what I'm leaning more towards like 45 days, 15 days. So like first quarter, first 9 weeks, and then you get 3 weeks off. Second 9 weeks, 3 weeks off.
well, that's about a
Third nine
month.
weeks, 3 weeks off. Yeah, it was 3 weeks. 15 days instead of like I'm
Semantics.
in my mind I'm thinking 21 days for 3 weeks, but you
Uh,
get the point.
yeah, so there we go. Our good friend from the 6A2, long time friend of the show, always giving us some good questions in there in the text line. Another one we got here, Jack. This is from the 769 area code. Does that sound familiar? I don't know about that one.
Mm,
769 area code.
Central Southern Mississippi.
Oh, the SIP. Okay. Branching out, Fourth and Ward Nation's getting out in a southern Mississippi, you said?
Mm-hmm.
So his question here, what's something y'all would tell a coach? What's something y'all would tell a coach who's getting into coaching in his 30s? What advice we all give to a coach just starting out, going back to get his degree in sports coaching and then his master's in education, but he's already in his 30s. So
We already did
um,
this.
we
Did we
already did
not?
that.
There's
Did we?
a
Did we
no,
forget to
no, no,
answer it
no,
last
no,
time?
no. You're good. You're good. You're good.
Okay, I was
I'm
about to say
thinking
maybe we
somebody else.
missed it. So for maybe got through the 20s, maybe thought he wanted one career path, maybe switched it up right there at the end. Now he's getting into it in his 30s. I mean, I don't think it's ever too late. I mean, we're
No.
certainly in a public education is in a situation where it's not like they can turn people down who want to do this and they want to do a good job and they're going to go get their credentials and all that good stuff. And it would be the same thing that I would tell somebody that's doing it fresh out of college or whatever. just being a sponge and all that good stuff. But I think the good part about doing it as maybe like a not second career, but you know what I mean, like doing it a little bit later on, where maybe
Yeah.
you've had some other experience. I think you're bringing some different things to the table in terms of your own experiences, right? Maybe you were out in the private sector, or maybe you were military or whatever. Like you're able to bring those experiences now into the classroom, depending on what you're teaching. You're able to bring it to the football field, maybe how maybe you worked at an office job or something like that, and you saw how this organization was structured. Maybe it gives you some ideas about how, in terms of coaching, how an organization could be structured to be more practical or more efficient. You can tell the kids that, hey, we're doing this. You guys are going to have, a desk job one day, or a job out in the field somewhere, working on the pipelines or something like that, and it's going to be 111 out there, and you're going to be doing manual labor. You know what I mean? Like you're going to have those experiences you can share with the kids. But yeah, other than the same things I would tell somebody doing it fresh out of college, now you've got just the benefit of doing it with some other experiences out there. I don't know what you think, Jack.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I mean, look, let's see. How old am I? I'm 30. This is my fourth year. So I was roughly 20, I think I was 27 when I started teaching, because I'd always wanted to be a teacher, but after college, went down to Jacksonville, did some stuff, yada, yada, yada. And I was kind of similar to where he's at. I was getting my master's, finishing my master's in teaching, and then it just worked out for me that I was able to do my student teaching internship at the school I'm still at. Honestly, look, the things I was doing at 25 versus the things I do now at 30 are very different. That, you're still not done maturing, I'll say. Behaviorally, maybe is the right word, but I think it just gives you a different kind of perspective, like especially if you've seen kind of what private sector jobs or whatever job you had was before. Like you said, Adam, it's just kind of, it gives you a different perspective that you can provide the kids. And I mean, I'm sure Mississippi has alternative routes to teaching just like every other state, and how difficult or hard those are, I don't know. But if you're getting your master's in education, that should do it for you. I just get ready to hear some off the wall stuff, because especially if you're used to dealing with adults in like a, for lack of a better word, regular job. Now you're gonna be dealing with some crazy hoodlums, and these kids they act dumb. They're not dumb, they act dumb, and the things they say are just like off the wall. But it keeps it, entertaining. So
I would say be prepared too for to know that public education is nowhere near like the private sector, where
no,
it's a 9 to 5, right? Hey,
yeah, no,
I'm going to be at work right before 9. I'm leaving at 5. You know what I mean? You might get asked to do like bus duty or something, and that bus line might be buses be slow that day or whatever. Like
Yep.
there's some different. I don't know. It's just the context is different, right? Because you're in charge of young people, kids, if you're elementary or whatever.
yeah.
And so it's not like when your contract time ends, you're not going to leave these 7-year-olds out here waiting on their bus. You know what I mean? You got to supervise
Hopefully
or
not.
whatever. Hopefully not. Yeah, maybe get them inside of the office where the principals are still there, because their contract time is probably a little longer. But I don't know. There's just some different things that it's like
Other duties as assigned.
other
Yeah,
duties
you-
as assigned. Yeah.
They
might
come
come
back
into
to
play.
bite you.
Yeah, but no, I mean, if you know it's what you want to do, like I'm not gonna ever tell somebody like don't do it. You talk to some folks that have been teaching for a long time, maybe they're on the back end of their career, and they talking to somebody fresh in that's just like, just you wait. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
making it not seem like. I think it's all about perspective of how you approach the job.
it is. And the other thing I'll say is get ready to be emotionally drained some days. Not every day, but let me tell you, if you get some of these kids, I call them like clingers. They just, whatever it may be, there's always one or two that will just not, they'll be right here beside you and they won't leave. No matter what you do, they're going to be right there beside you, and they're going to unload everything they have running through their 15, 16, 17-year-old mind. It'll wear you down. Now, if you have kids, you're probably already used to that.
Yeah.
And, it probably won't be anything new. But they'll tell you some stuff that you're like, don't tell me that.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
a
say that.
mandatory. Yeah, there's some things I got to report. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not just I'm not Dr. Phil right here.
Yeah, and that's your secret out. If there's ever there, just say, look, whatever you're about to tell me, I'm a mandated reporter, so just be mindful of that. And then when they come back and ask you like, what do you mean? What do you have to report? And I'm just like, just be mindful of that. So keep it vague, and then they'll be like, oh crap, okay, and then they won't tell you. Kind of a cheat code for you, but
Man, that reminds me. I'll never forget one first day of school. Um, I always like to start off. That first day you're just introduced and you're trying to just let them know about you and how class is gonna work, all that good stuff. And we always do this thing called good things. It's kind of something our whole district does. Start off every class period, just bouncing around positive things kids share that happened to them. Right? Maybe it's one of them's birthday, or maybe one of them just had a baby brother born. Right? Just good things. Get the vibes right before class gets started. So we're doing good things at the start of this class, and in the middle of me talking to this student about she had won some pageant or something over the summer. It was something awesome, and I just hear play ball, and it's like baseball highlights going on. And I look over and I see a kid on the screen. I'm like, hey, buddy, like close that. Like we're doing good things. What are you doing? And he just kind of like, you can tell I kind of shell shocked him a little bit that I called him out on it. So a few minutes, 10, 15 minutes later, they're working on something, and he's like, Coach, can I talk to you in the hallway? And I'm like, yeah, sure, bud, like whatever. So I just wanted to say I'm sorry. Like, I'm really a respectful person. Like I just really love baseball. I'm like, well, I like baseball too, bud. Like it's just time and the
I just
place.
really like baseball.
Yeah, he's like, I really like. And then so I'm like, hey, we're good. Like the dust is settled. We're good. Why don't we get back to work and move on? Not 5 minutes later, he comes up to my desk and he's like, Coach, who's your favorite baseball team? I'm like, well, I kind of root for the Rangers, but
you don't
root for the
open the
Braves
door.
growing up, and I'm just talking to the guy, right? First day of school, so I'm trying to build those relationships. It's like my favorite baseball team is the Savannah Bananas, and I'm just like, all right, yeah, I mean that's entertainment. He's like, yeah, they're really good at baseball. I just don't get why they haven't played the Rangers before. And I just kind of turned and looked, and I was like, well, like.
That's
I-
banana
I-
ball, right? Not baseball.
Like I was like, well, they kind of have their own league. He's like, yeah, and he rattles off every team that's in the Banana Ball League. I just don't get he's like they play these teams like 20 times a year. They never play like the Rangers or Yankees or anything. And I'm just like, buddy, like I was like, have you ever watched WWE? And he's like, oh yeah, I love WWE. I'm like the Banana Ball is like the WWE of baseball, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And he's just like, so they don't play it's not like they're not gonna play in the World Series, because I always wondered that too. And I'm just like, no, like. Again, you don't know what's going to come out of the mouth of babes.
like, have you ever seen a major league pitcher come out on stilts?
or an umpire like twerking?
Twerking.
behind home? Obviously not.
These kids are
You just don't.
they're
know.
interesting.
You don't know what
And,
the
like,
next.
In your mind, you can like take yourself back to when you're that old. And you'd be like, oh, I wasn't that dumb, or I wasn't that oblivious, whatever. We probably were. It's hard
There's
to like.
no way. There's no.
You
way.
remove yourself from it, and I think back, and I'm like, there's no way
There's absolutely.
I was
no way.
asking these questions. But then I'm like, I don't know. Maybe my teachers looked at me like I was stupid. Like, who knows?
I think we were dumb for maybe tomfoolery and just making dumb decisions about.
Oh, we definitely were that. Yeah.
Like we'd go stay the night at somebody's house, and we were daring each other to go slap his neighbor's bull like in the middle of the night,
Yeah,
and like
that
run
was a good
slap
time.
under the barbed wire fence and stuff. Like that's dumb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if I think we would know that Banana Ball is not ever going to play in the World Series. But
I think I would have known that. You're right.
yeah, that's truly clueless. And shoot, I've had kids. You get like 3 weeks into school. I got kids that somehow still don't know which lunch they go to or what. And
Yeah.
I'm like, buddy, you've been in school 3 weeks. Like, what do you always do after you leave my class? Like, you go to lunch, right? So then today, after this class, you are going to go to lunch. And then, A-Day, B-Day, so that's a whole other
Oh,
flip the
Lord,
coin.
yeah.
And,
Well, and I think it's kids now, and I don't know if education has moved this way or what it is. They're how do I put this? They've been like, what's the word? It's almost like weaponized incompetence. Like they know if they play dumb, you'll do it for them, and I think it's stemmed from like teachers in the past. I'm not all teachers, but just I'm saying teachers, where kids say, I don't know how to do this. Because even I had teachers like that. If I said I didn't know how to do it, they would literally come there and walk me through it step by step. And I think they've learned that almost, and they abuse it to the point where now their brain is like mush and they can't tie their shoes. And like there was a study that came out, TikTok is actually like affecting your brain, like those short content videos. And not like me, not I watch a lot of like cement dudes pouring concrete slabs and like measuring stuff, and like this Japanese architect who like builds these, that, not that, but just like the mind rot they're watching on TikTok is probably just killing their brain, and they're
Yeah,
just sitting there like, "Eh," and it's like Idiocracy, that
Oh,
movie. It's
great
almost like
movie,
that.
dude. Great
And
movie.
it's crazy, and kids just don't know how to. They're not like accountable or taking agency over their own experience. You know what I mean? They're kind of just flowing,
Well,
and
let's be
somebody will
honest.
tell me where to go.
It's because it's so hard to fail. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
That's
so
what
hard.
it's so hard to fail. That's what it is. Like,
And well, South Carolina got rid of grading floors,
but they're
so
still gonna pass them. Like, it's still gonna.
I
They're
won't.
not.
I
Come
won't.
on now. Come on
I
now.
won't.
If you were in a traditional classroom, core subject or whatever.
I mean, I understand that, but I'm not, so I won't.
Okay. All right. Valid.
I'm just saying, like, if you'll fail. I don't care. Like, buddy, you got PE again next year. You probably would anyway. You'd be a PE hater. You're a lifer, as I call them. Oh man,
You
but
get it every year, dude.
and these kids, they grew up with technology, but they don't know how to use technology, and it drives me crazy. Like I'm having to show a kid. I grew up without a phone. Didn't get it till what, middle school, maybe eighth, ninth grade, and it was a flip phone. It wasn't like anything crazy.
And we had computer
Meanwhile,
lab. Like you,
yeah,
one day a
yeah,
week, you might got to go and type something on a computer.
yeah, I was doing Mavis Beacon typing lessons and learning Paint on Microsoft. Like we're
Cool.
talking bare bones technology, yet I can do more on a Chromebook than these kids can. They asked me how to get a logo. My athletic leadership class was making graphics for some sports on Canva. And Canva's pretty intuitive. You can figure it out. And they were like, how do I get this horseshoe logo on Canva? And I'm like, you download it, you upload it on Canva. And they're like, so I just click save. I'm like, click save as, save the file to your downloads folder. Go here, click upload. And they're like, where is it? And I'm like, you got to click upload, buddy. Like, you got to click upload, click the file. And they're like, well, where did it go? I'm like, it's in your downloads folder. Like, click it.
That's baffling to me because as much time as they spend on like the gram and stuff, where you got the
Yes.
picture and like you click the button, it takes a couple seconds to load. Like that is you loading it onto Instagram, whatever. You know what I mean? Like that
It's
is kind of
crazy,
baffling.
man.
But I'll top you one. Like this is all reminding me of one time I had this kid. It was early in the year. I was teaching astronomy, so I mean it's been within the last 7 years. But I had the topic of the day was we were just getting rolling, so we're talking about like big questions that astronomy's trying to answer, you know. And I was like, all right, you're gonna make a slide for each of these big topics. You're gonna go just kind of see what we currently know about these topics. It's so one is like what are black holes, you know. The next one's like are there extraterrestrials? Another one's they're just very basic things that really I just wanted you to hop on Google, try to find a good vetted source, and then just let me know what currently we know about the topic. That's all the assignment was. This kid comes up. He'd been working about 15 minutes. He comes over. He's like, Coach, he's like, I'm stuck right here. I'm like, well, I told you at the top of each slide to put the question, right? He's like, so for this slide, I put this right here. I'm like, yes, that's the question I wanted you to answer on this slide. And then I had like one of the things they had to do was like summarize, what we know about the topic, 1 to 3 sentences, nothing crazy. Again, start of the school year assignment, softball, you know what I mean? And so he clicks over. I had just gone through like a 15-minute rant about good sources. You know what I mean? Like .edu, .gov, whatever. And he is on good old Wikipedia, which whatever. I think Wikipedia's .org now. I think it gets a little more vetted
It's
than it
gotten
used
better.
to be. But he's on Wikipedia, and he's got pulled up like 3 paragraphs on his screen. He's like, Coach, this is going to be a lot to type. I'm like, well, I wanted you to get it down to 1 to 3 sentences, not 3 paragraphs. He's just staring at me, and I'm like, so you read through and like whatever you think is like the most important, like 1 to 2 sentences, put that on there or summarize it. Well, Wikipedia, like every other word's a hyperlink.
Yep.
He sat there and said, so you want me to do the words that are in black and cut out the words that are in blue? And I just stared at him and was like, I was like, buddy, like the words in blue are kind of important too. He's like, so you only want me to do the words in blue? I'm like, no, because
No,
those
everything's
are.
binary, buddy. Like,
I want you to read this paragraph and tell me the most important thing that was in that paragraph, or read this paragraph and tell me what it was about, and just put it on this slide. Like it's not that hard, but you would be surprised at the technological
it's insane, man.
just head shakes. But anywho, we got our first game this week, Jack. So it is a home one, thank goodness. I know y'all are on the
Nice.
road for y'all's first one, but we got the scrimmage. Had our first scrimmage this past week, so first time got to see the guys against other varsity guys. You know what I mean? It's not a scout look anymore. It's not your own guys where you probably know the play that's coming. It's different offense. I told you there were two flex bone teams, so that was interesting in and of itself. But I had a little heart attack session, kind of like you did before y'all's jamboree a couple weeks ago. So we brought all the teams. So it's a 3-team scrimmage, and every team brought varsity JV freshmen. Right, a lot of people are at this stadium. The plan was the JV and freshman guys are going to start their scrimmaging at like 5. So on our itinerary, we were going to arrive at 4. So me and a couple of the coaches already figured out like, hey, as soon as we get there, these coaches are going to monitor locker rooms, and then we're going to try to get as much crap set up for the live part as possible before we even start the sub-varsity stuff. So we got an hour, right? Plenty of time to get headsets, cameras, all that stuff ironed out, you would think. Next thing you know, you're brand new stadium. I've never been in this place before, so you're trying to get your bearings. I got the end zone all ready to go. I look down and watch. It's already like 4:40. I'm like, crap, here we go. We didn't get there till 4:15, first of all, so that cut into my time a little bit. And we get rolling. We kind of had the guys come out of the locker room. They got done using the bathroom. They kind of hit some jogs, and that was the warm up. We're going to start scrimmaging. Well, it was supposed to be done at 6, and then the varsity was going to start at 6:30. So I'm like, okay, I've still got about a 30-minute window where I can get the rest of the stuff set up, and we can get going. I'm in the box anyway. It's going to all work out. We didn't finish the sub-varsity scrimmage until about 6:10. I'm still at ground level. I got to get up 3 floors into the press box and finish getting all this. By the time I got the camera stuff all set up and got our junior high coaches there rolling and stuff, we're already in the defense first series of defensive plays. So I've already kind of missed a little bit. And then sure enough, no replay stuff is working. None of the iPads are working, anything like that. Well, come to find out, like the daggum Ethernet cord that we needed to get the signal to come down from the film deck, I don't think was wired in right. It didn't even take an Ethernet like plug in the wall. So like right out of the gate, it's like no iPads tonight. So then it's like fallback plan. Let's get everything recorded on the cameras. We'll upload Intercut, type it all in later. And it just became a circus. And I don't know. I missed the whole first set of like probably 6 to 10 plays. And I'm already heated. Just super stressed, pouring sweat because it's a million degrees out there. Because wet bulb don't matter on a scrimmage. But I'm sitting there like, now I know what Jack felt like. But at least I didn't have to call the defense. You know what I mean? You had another level to it. But our guys did good. So got the grades done, and now we're just trying to. Came in on our Sunday meetings today, got the game plan together. But yeah, we get our first one this Friday night. So are y'all at home or are y'all on the road again this week?
We still road dogs. Week 3, we get our first home game.
Oh, so 2 straight.
Yeah.
And really, all the jamborees have been away too, in scrimmages and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So y'all have yet to actually like go against somebody else in any fashion on your home turf.
Correct. Thursday night, I mean, our JV group got that opportunity this past week. They'll get it again this week. But yeah, no, we some road dogs here for another week, and then we're back to the crib. I hate road games. I really do. Just because I'm part of the early crew that loads the truck and unloads everything, gets everything set up. And I'm just thinking about my first year when I didn't do all that, and I got to just kind of had a little bit extra time to hang out at the field house, just kind of relax a little bit, relax on the bus, just show up at the field, warm-ups. I'm kind of missing that right now. But
Yeah.
yeah, it is what it is.
I always
Somebody's
like to
gotta do it.
remind myself that knowing how all that crap works is great job security,
Yeah.
or it's great to have on a resume for a job you really want. But But by all means, like if you think you got a job in the bag or whatever, maybe keep that in your back pocket that you know how
Yeah.
to do some sideline setup or heads, with all that kind of logistical stuff. Keep that in your back pocket unless you really needed to get a job. But
Yeah,
yeah,
and I sorry, I was reading this while I was doing it, but yeah, I mean, we use Huddle Sideline. We have a Huddle Focus.
does that ever work? I keep hearing that it
Ours
never
works
works.
pretty decent, and honestly, if we've had some issues with it before, but like I think if you set it up as it's supposed to be, like to a T, like angling the antenna thing the right way, that kind of stuff, I think it works relatively well. But different stadiums are different sizes. Some bleachers are way up here, and
Yeah.
you're on the other sideline, and that connection's hard to make through Wi-Fi or whatever. But I've seen that on Twitter too.
Dude, I hear it getting ragged on all the time. Like, I don't know. If anybody out there listening, if y'all use Huddle Sideline, let us know. Does it ever work?
Yeah,
Because
and I've heard of GameStrat.
I've heard of it, never seen it in
Never tried
action.
it.
We use Sky Coach or Sideline Power is the name of ours. Sky Coach is the replay stuff, and I mean, I guess it's kind of like anything where the as long as the stadium you're in is, you know, competently set up or whatever, we haven't really had a ton of issues. Most of the issues we've had are not necessarily the technology or the equipment based stuff, but the one big disappointment was when we were in that playoff game this past year. We're at the Star. Yeah, we're in an NFL facility. Like supposedly it had gotten specifically wired so it would work in that particular facility and stuff. And then it's like worked great pregame. And then as soon as the ball got kicked off, like everything went out. That was my biggest disappointment. But other than that, I mean, with our setup or with our system, we hadn't had too many issues. But I just hear Huddle Sideline getting ragged on all the time.
I do too. And like at our previous game last week at Pendleton, they have the away bleachers, which are relatively small or at least short, and so it's like a short distance. They worked seamlessly, and it obviously gets more complicated if you have end zone camera down there, your main camera behind you on the bleacher, and you're trying to sync all that to an iPad on the sideline. I mean, that adds some.
Do y'all bring end zone on game days?
We have one. It's always finding someone to run it, as well as someone to film up top, which hopefully with this class I have can help alleviate some of that, at least for home games. But I'm also working on getting I think it's called a Focus Point camera from Huddle that is permanently mounted like ours would be kind of near the scoreboard, but it's just permanently there, and it gives you an end zone view with AI tracking similar to the Focus we already have, and it's automatically clipped together on Huddle, and nobody has to run it. But still working on that. Haven't got that put in yet.
Trying
But
to wheel it in a little bit.
yeah, we do have an end zone camera, that huge tripod that goes up, and
Dude, we used to have the giant one. I call it the rocket ship. Old Faithful.
dude, it's massive.
I had some rough times with that thing.
And you're just sitting there like,
You-
ours didn't have a crank or
Y'all's ain't got a
nothing, so
crank?
you had to
Oh my
manually extend
gosh.
it, and somebody had to hold it while the next person, clamped it, and then your next section.
No,
You're talking about a
ours-
shoulder workout.
Last year we got a new one and it's like super lightweight, but there's been some times where it gets gusty out here, and I get really worried that thing's gonna flip over, in some heavy wind or something. But anyway, well shoot, maybe we could do a lightning round of Drip or Drown, Jack, and then we knock out Team of the Week, and then we call this a wrap. What you think
Let's
about
do
that?
it. Sounds good to me.
So Drip or Drown, I know we've had some submissions here in the last week or so since we recorded last. It's our high school uniform database that we're building over there at fourthandward.com. Almost, or maybe it's over 30,000 votes have been cast now. So really taking off. I mean, you guys are eating all into it. Don't forget we got Friday Night Pulse on there as well for those stadiums as you're going out to games this year. If you're at a stadium, go ahead and drop a review on our Friday Night Pulse page. Where we're going to be able to develop a community-driven stadium ranking system for the high school level. So, Drip or Drown here. Drip means it looks good. Drown means it looks bad. If you've been listening to the show for a while, probably tired of me explaining that. We got Alvarado High School from Alvarado, Texas. We scrimmaged them, I think, the first year I was out here. think we scrimmaged Alvarado. They were under center, running kind of an old school pro style offense. I think they're like the Warriors or the Indians or something like that. I want to say they used the spear on the helmet, but maybe don't quote me on that. But we got the head chopped off here on this submission, but we got all white. A little North Carolina towel on there.
Yeah, what's going on
A
there?
little Tar Heel fan maybe. Uh, it's pretty interesting. I know they're purple and gold are their colors. It looks like they've got actual gold coloring on the uniform itself. Like it's like a metallic-y looking color, does it not?
Yeah, a little bit. It does. Can't tell if it's just the sun hitting it right or
Yeah. I mean, what's it sitting at now? 67%?
yeah.
Without seeing the helmet, without
It
seeing the
worries me. It
helmet,
makes me think the helmet's bad. They cut it off on purpose.
or they're just trying to conceal their identity. I don't really
Oh
know. I
my
mean, you're wearing a
gosh.
football helmet, but
You have a
uh,
number in a school. I can look up the roster.
yeah, there you go. This is drip for me. Just kind of glancing at it. I think it's a pretty good look here. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm pretty set on that. I'm set
that's
on
pretty
drip.
solid.
67%. I'll add to that. Stephenville, defending state champion Stephenville with their away uniforms here. An all white look. Again, some more Under Armour jerseys are in the chat. 75% seems a little generous, but then again, what's necessarily wrong with it? Uh,
What do they? You know what their helmet has on it?
they're like the Yellow Jackets, so I think it has like an S that's like got uh, not B wings, but like Yellow Jacket wings on it.
Okay.
But I thought their helmets were like purple. So maybe these are alternate helmets they're rocking here. I mean, this is super plain, so not a ton I can critique. Their stadium's awesome. Art Briles Stadium opened up last year, I think. They got a sixth stadium out there in Stephenville, and they just won state. I mean, I guess this is drip for me.
Yeah, it's drip for me. I got no problem with it.
Union Grove, all right. Union Grove, have we not had a million submissions from them?
I think we have, man.
Come on now. I mean, I feel like we've seen this kit before. We need to go find a way to consolidate all these together. It says in the comments, ice cold, clean, and built to hit. Navy, Colombian blue, and white. These lions don't just show up; they show out. I think we've seen this exact combination before from them. I can't remember what we gave it last time. I think we gave it a drown because I'm a stickler about letters on the pants legs. But the
It's
color
just a
scheme,
lot going on.
yeah, the color scheme. There's some possibilities there with the navy and baby blue.
And I'm pretty sure that helmet has a way different stripe than their. It's a
Yeah,
drown for me.
yeah,
36 is low, but it's a drown for me.
yeah. We'll add to the mix on that one. McDowell. So now we're in Erie, Pennsylvania. The McDowell Trojans with a straight up Penn State look right here. Um,
Why are people bashing on it? I mean,
yeah, how's this
they're in
15%? I mean, it's
Pennsylvania.
Penn State. They got the Penn State look. Yeah, this is straight drip for me.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I know Penn State's had some bad news lately, but we'll give that a drip. DeKalb, the Bears from DeKalb, Texas, got the daggum. Is that a Rolls Royce
I don't know,
in the
but I just
picture?
keep thinking of the Cat Williams. I got it because it looked like a Phantom. No, it don't look like a Phantom. It looks like a Chrysler 300.
All right. What's going on with the chest plate? So they've got what looks like the what is it? The Cincinnati Bearcat,
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati
Yeah.
Bearcats type logo where it's got the letter D with like the. But that's too many claws to be a bear paw. Is it right? I mean, do bears have? Maybe it is. I don't know.
I don't know the anatomy of a bear. I don't.
Yeah. I mean, it's clean. It's all white. I don't know about that chest patch thing that they're rocking, but maybe that means something for them. Maybe that's instead of a captain's patch, they do that or something.
It's just like you can't see anything. You can't even see the jersey. All you see is the car
They're
and
showing off the car, so 72% right now. That might just be people, voting for the car.
I mean, from what I can see, it's drip.
Yeah, I'll give this a
But
drip.
what's on the helmet? Nothing.
I feel like I've seen a ton of schools on their media day or photo shoot pictures
Yeah,
getting
it's
these
always
nice cars. Like, where are these cars coming from?
That's what I don't
Holy
know.
cow! Speak of the devil, we got another one here. What's that? Corvette, Xenia High
With the
School,
hood off?
and they're showing off the engine, dude, with all the combos right here. All right, so it's at 32%. It says we got the best combos, and the black and blues are
No, you don't.
fire. The black and
No, you
blues are the
don't.
worst combo. So they got every combination in one picture. The all white looks good. I don't like the shoulder
Stripe
stripes.
sucks.
Yeah, the stripes are bad.
The
The all
font.
black's fine. If they had a black white, I think that'd be solid. Um, Overall, I don't like the font. It's got that again, that modern looking font that people are probably tired of hearing me rag on. But the shoulder stripes don't help either.
No, they don't.
And then the helmet, there's just the plain helmet. I don't know, no decals, no nothing, no stripes. This is a drown for me.
Yeah.
32%. Yeah.
Ohio.
Yeah, from Xenia, Ohio. Or Xenia. I don't know.
I
I'm
don't
not
know. It makes
familiar
me
with.
think of like Xerox or something.
Yeah. Glade Water. We're out back in Texas now. Glade Water, Texas. The Bears here with their Adidas kits. They match the shoulder stripes with the helmet stripe. They match the pants stripe to everything else. Standard kind of looking. Uh, well, the numbers on the jersey are a little different, but this is kind of a good standard uniform. If they went with more of a collegiate font on the numbering, you know,
Some the arm trim
yeah, I don't like that arm trim.
throwing me off.
Yeah, they could have
I
just
s-
left that navy blue
yeah, I
or
don't think
black,
you need that.
whatever color these are. I think this is drip for me though, just
Yeah,
because
it's drip.
76%,
Drip for me.
76%
I
is
just
generous, but
wish I could see that logo on the
yeah.
helmet, but it's drip. Oh, here's the
Oh, can
logo
we
on the
see it
helmet.
here? We got another one from Gladewater, same kit,
It's like a Chicago Bears looking thing, like a pointed.
but instead of the C, it's a G. I bet.
Ah, yeah.
I bet that's it. All right, a little play on the Bears with the logo. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
still cool
I'm
with it.
still
Drip it again.
still good.
Back in Ohio, hey, Ross High School, the Rams. Who are we talking about with the turd ram horn, textured ram? What school was that? Where were they from? I can't even remember now. Kansas, maybe. You know what I'm talking about. The 11%.
What is this color? Is
It
that
looks
red?
like navy. Good God, maroon or garnet is what it looks like, and yellow is the other color. It's definitely some kind of garnet or maroon.
But then a purple blue chin strap or
Man, these
mouthpiece.
kids, they get the mismatched mouthpieces and all that.
It's like, hey, look at me, look at me.
This I don't get it. Maybe it's the colors. This just don't do it for me. I think 11% is really harsh. We've had some bad ones on here. I guess there's nothing super glaring that I can complain about. The shoulder stripes, maybe. I don't like. This is just the yellow helmet with the magenta or garnet ram horns on it is throwing me off. So
Yeah, I don't love that. I almost think it needs to be flipped
yeah.
or
Have the
just take the
yellow.
sticker off.
Yeah, find another logo maybe to use.
It's 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 not good.
Drown.
I'm drowning it. It's not
Yeah,
11, but I'm drowning it.
yeah. Maybe it'll even out.
There's your full DeKalb right there. Oh, he
Boom.
didn't care
Okay.
about his name.
No, he let it all out there. All right. He said, I really like how it meshes. We also have an all white helmet with black down the middle. All white helmet would probably look good with these all white uniforms. 23%. Now, these are Nike. The other ones were Adidas. Maybe these are
Were
brand
they?
new. Yeah, the other ones were Adidas. Um, so maybe these are brand new kits. So, I mean, as long as they keep matching those stripes, I think this might end up being a solid look for them. I don't like the
Yeah.
black neck collar coloration, but
No.
23% is way too low on this.
Oh crap. Yeah, 23 was way low. Hold on. Let me get back to it. We can at least look back at the DeKalb. It was Nike.
No, which one? Oh, a Glade Water. I was looking at Gladewater or thinking about Gladewater, but still, this is a different jersey because that other one didn't have shoulder stripes.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I like this look.
I think this is drip as long as that helmet is nothing too crazy. 23%. Rivercrest here, the Rebels. Not a lot of schools with that mascot anymore.
What? Where in Texas is that?
Bagada. Where is that at? 79%. Seems generous.
Is that a different color blue?
Yeah, it's like baby blue with royal blue.
Drown.
And white.
Yeah, drown.
And
That's
the
not good.
side stripe is. The pants are fine.
Pants are fine, but why?
Yeah, we didn't need the panel of baby blue on there. 79% is way too high for these.
Yeah, kids don't. The kids are just ranking a picture. I don't know. That's drown.
Yeah, drown that guy right there. All right, here's Stephenville with the blue helmets right here.
Holy stripes.
Holy stripes. I do like the skull and crossbone pride stickers.
I do like that.
Fairly certain Stephenville's where Art Briles got like his, like I think he got hired from the college ranks from Stephenville, so they named the stadium after him out there. A lot of stripes on the
It's
shoulder.
like 8 stripes.
I don't know if I hate it though. What do you call this kind of stripe on the shoulder?
Why is the
Like-
helmet black?
I think it's just navy blue.
I don't know what you call that stripe. I call it too many.
It almost looks like super old timey. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so maybe it's just a tradition thing
Maybe. Let's hope so.
out there in a little west of Fort Worth, out there in Stephenville, defending state champions.
I'm gonna be honest. Props to them though. They fit Stephenville on the front without it looking.
That's a lot of syllables.
like too much.
Stephenville. Yeah. I'm trying not to let how good of a team they are sway my opinion.
I think it's drip. It's
think it's drip.
interesting.
Yeah. I think it's supposed to be like a traditional kind of old timey shoulder stripe, quadruple stripe, whatever we're looking at here. Yeah, I'm gonna
It's
drip
8
that.
stripes.
It's got a lot of love. 145 drips. We knocked out Edgewood last week, didn't we? We knocked these
This is
out
a
last
new
week.
one though.
Oh,
I
for
don't remember
real?
what we ranked it.
I think we drowned it because of the pant stripes and the shoulder
Yep.
stripes all being wacky.
I'm still with it.
Yeah, we've already knocked these out, so we're all
Okay.
caught up. All right, let's get on to Team of the Week here, episode 72, and we'll round this thing off. Again, guys, you can submit those uniforms on our website, fourthandward.com. That's the number 4, THANDWARD.com. Link will be in the show notes. We're trying to build the ultimate community for high school football enthusiasts. So Jack's pulling up the wheel here. We do Team of the Week, where we get to hopefully learn a little bit more about a random school out there in the country or international. We've had on Drip or Drown at least some Canadian and Mexican football teams on there. How many teams of the week are on the wheel now? 91? Is that what it says?
Yeah, 91.
You are allowed to submit your team more than once for the Team of the Week wheel. I think it makes your little slice of the pie a little bigger here. Helps your chances out. Still waiting to get Sheldon C.E. King
This is their
off of
week.
this wheel. You say that
This
every
is
time.
their week. This is it though.
All right, well, let's see it here.
Let's go, CE King. I need to make their slice like red so I can track it.
Come on, come on, come on.
Oh!
No. Did you set this up?
No, I swear.
Promise?
I swear.
Guys,
As the
what a
kids say,
time.
on God.
C.E. King is officially off the wheel now. They are episode 72 Team of the Week. C.E. King's normally pretty daggum good at football, Jack. So, yeah, let's do a little
Wow.
deep dive here. Sheldon C.E. King out here in Texas. I
Wow.
want to say they're like they're the Panthers. Okay, I knew it was like Wildcats or something like that, some kind of big cat.
Good for them.
Sheldon C. King, Team of the Week. It took forever. How long does it say how long they were on the wheel? I feel like it's been since the early days of the wheel,
Oh, I think they've been on it since.
since the inception of the
Maybe-
wheel.
I think so. All right.
Yeah,
Wow. I'm so happy for them.
I still think you rigged it.
I swear on God. As the kids say, on God.
Yeah, boom. 13-3 this past year. Made it all the way to state. where they ended up
Holy.
losing to. Who did they lose to in state?
DeSoto.
DeSoto. All right, DeSoto got after them. And DeSoto had 5A numbers and was playing 6A football when they won their last couple state championships. But back in 5A now for DeSoto. But anyway, we're back to CE King. And looking through some of the competition, Westfield's always pretty good. Atascocita is always really good. They had a shootout with Atascocita, 70-55. Holy cow. Summer
the
Creek's always
defense?
really good. Beat them 42-28. North Shore, who is like a juggernaut, lost to them by a couple scores. So, I mean, their schedule, aside from a couple teams, is, I mean, they got some competition. Yeah, so 13-3 lost that state
Wow.
championship game for the King Panthers down in the Houston area out here in Texas. Let's check out, I don't know, what you want to look at first? Stadium, uniforms?
Let's check out the stadium. I'm just
I
curious
think
what
they
we're
got a
working
pretty
with
nice
here.
one.
Crenshaw. Let's see, just check out some pictures here. Holy.
Yeah, Panther Stadium right there. Holy cow. Heck yeah.
Look at
Shelton
that.
ISD. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's Texas 6A football. Yeah,
Oh my
that
God.
is legit. That is a massive jumbotron.
Is this, no, that's not them.
So
They got a new one
recently. Well,
in
okay, that was
2019?
20. Yeah, I was about to say that looks like there's some recent renovations there.
That is nuts.
Got the big Panther blow up that they run
Those
out
are
of.
cool.
Oh, that is sick. Yeah, just the concourse and the setup. I mean,
Yeah,
you're
that
talking
is
like
nuts,
college
man.
level.
Wait, what is this one?
That looks like they're in maybe the visiting side. Or if that was 2019, maybe that's before the new stadium.
Wow.
Part of a $285 million bond. Holy cow. Yeah, so they just came out of that field. Looks like about 2019 or so, 2018 maybe. Yeah, that's legit.
So these are throwbacks.
Kind of a classic look. What do they got on their chest plate right there in the
It's like WAG.
WAG? I wonder what that stands for. There's them in the state game right below that picture.
This one.
Yeah.
It's like it's giving me like Buffalo
Yeah,
Bills.
like some Bills vibes going on here. Looks like they got maybe some game day skins. They got a couple different colored helmets. It looks like, or at least maybe they switched up the decals.
It's WAO.
Wonder what that stands for.
All
it's
right.
Now, okay, that's a captain's patch of all captain's patches
That
right
is
there.
double bolded.
Size 72 font.
Yeah.
They put the C in CE King, I'll tell you that.
Honestly, they had the opportunity to do that. They could have just, made the C a little bolder. Of your, as your
Oh,
captain.
that would have been cool.
So it's
passing out
definitely
free game here.
WAO. I don't know what WAO stands
Yeah,
for.
if anybody from the Houston area can tell us what. Hey, at Shugo Kuma, I hope I'm saying that right. He says, I finally catch a live broadcast, and CE King is the team of the week. That is right. It all is worked out, and Jack swears up and down he didn't rig the spinning wheel.
I'm not good enough to do that.
Well, I don't even know
That
how to
thing-
do it. You're the programmer around here, so I don't even know how to do it. So
I
this
just click the
truly
button.
was, yeah. If you're down there, if you're a CE King fan, this might be the week you buy a lottery ticket because
Yeah.
you're finally off the team of the week wheel here. Appreciate you joining in on the chat, Shugo Kuma. Hope I'm saying that right.
What a
Well,
horse.
shoot. Yeah, that's a unit right there. Talk about another good episode, man.
Yeah, I need somebody to let me know what WAO means.
Yeah, that's our question today. Hit us up.
That's what I need to know.
Shoot us a text on the
Shugo
text
Kuma,
line.
if you know, please let us know.
Shoot us a text on the text line, something like that, guys. Jack, good luck in week 2. Hopefully you guys get the bounce back. Who are y'all playing this week?
Crescent.
Crescent out there in
The old
Star Ava,
Tigers.
South Carolina. They got a
Mhm.
nice little stadium now. They've done
Yeah,
a lot of
they
work
do.
out there. That's nice. Yeah, we got Lake Highlands at home. They're always a really good program. The last 2 games, or the last 2 years that we played them, it came down to the defense having to make a stop at the end of the game, and the same player on the same type of play made a game-sealing sack. So we told our guys this week, like, hey, who's going to be the hero this year? You know what I mean? We got a lot of new faces, but they've been great games the last 2 years. They always do a great job coaching their guys up, and so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, we start the year off 1-0. But it's going to be interesting. We'll see. Guys, we
Yeah.
appreciate y'all tuning in. Jack, you want to sign us off?